Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from this month's sponsor, Ethico.
In the delicate arena of compliance, every conversation matters. Traditional methods can leave callers feeling unheard, but Ethico changes the game. Our empathetic interview technique reshapes compliance calls into powerful, compassionate interactions, ensuring no crucial detail is missed. It's about creating a conversation that matters, that resonates, that makes a difference. Be the change in your compliance approach. See the transformation for yourself at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo, try our free ROI calculator, and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, The ROI of Compliance.
The Daily Compliance News for July 30, 2024, the Hidden Debt Edition. We begin with that story from Barron's, which reports that Mozambique won a new legal victory in the country's hidden debt corruption scandal, with a British judge ordering the Lebanon-based shipbuilder Privinvest to pay hundreds of millions of dollars. Numerous legal proceedings have been launched over the scandal that plunged Mozambique into a deep economic crisis. Between 2012 and 2014, 3 state-owned companies linked to Mozambique's secret services and defense ministry secretly borrowed from foreign banks, including Credit Suisse, to buy maritime surveillance equipment and naval vessels. The government hid the $2 billion debt from Parliament, and of course, it all went to pot. Next up, the American Bar Association has said that lawyers must guard against ethical lapses if they use generative artificial intelligence in their work. In its first formal opinion, an ABA committee said lawyers using technology must fully consider their ethical obligations to protect clients, including duties related to lawyer competence, confidentiality, communication, and fees. So, the opinion from the ABA Ethics and Professional Responsibilities Committee said AI tools can help increase efficiency, but carries risk as generating incorrect output. No kidding. Next up, from the New York Times, federal prosecutors have charged Andrew Left, a well-known short seller and founder of Citron Research, with using a bait and switch in his short seller career, rather than the traditional short seller method of doing investigations and then telling the world his company's a scam. He says that the DOJ went after him, saying that he had used illegal tactics to do so. And finally, under Section 389,000, banks behaving badly, the Swiss bank Julius Baer has been criticized in Monaco and reprimanded for its failure to maintain internal controls over $174 million in client transactions. The government committee announced last week that Julius Baer bankers did not have appropriate measures in place for a series of 10 transactions from an unnamed client. Gee, another Swiss bank doesn't have controls in place, and how bad is it? The money laundering haven of Monaco criticizes the bank. So, Swiss banks still operating with impunity, if not in Switzerland. At the start of this podcast, this month's sponsor for the entire Compliance Podcast Network is Ethico. Have you ever wondered how to show the ROI of your compliance program? Have you struggled with the budgeting process, getting the funds you want for your compliance program? Well, I've partnered with Ethico to put together a white paper on the ROI of compliance, which shows you not only how to demonstrate ROI, but also how to speak finance when you're sitting across from the CFO with your budget proposals. Check out the website and get the white paper. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.